and hello across the world today. It's a wonderful day today because it's a day of ecstasy and exhilaration and energy because our consciousness is rising. As our consciousness rises and we see all these marvelous things, our energy begins to rise. Our exhilaration begins to rise. Our ecstasy begins to rise. And it knows no end. It just keeps rising along with our consciousness. And this morning I'm shouting out to the Rosie Moon channel. She did a very good shout out on my channel, very creative. And so I'm returning the favor by doing a shout out for her channel this morning. And I'll let you see a little bit about how she starts that off. And this is Rosie Moon channel. And she comes on with an angel wings. She comes in and gives shout outs and dances in front of the shout outs with angel wings and other types of costumes and all. And it's just very, very creative. And these doors open. and then if you see those doors open, well, then the channels are behind there. And she dances around with, she has angel wings here. And then shows all of the pictures of the channels. And so then I'll take you over and let you see something else that she did called Atom Universe. Okay, here's how her home page looks. It says Sony Wood across the top, and then here's her icon right here, the purple picture there of Rosie Moon. And then, of course, she's got the featured video there that starts up when you put it over there. And now I'll take you to the other one. Okay, this is Atom Universe preview of things to come. And she does that. Atom Universe is a series where she has a whole lot of videos, 20 or 30 or more videos on Atom Universe. But this one right here is real good. It's called Previews of Things to Come. And I'm going to let that run while I finish my little spiel this morning. Okay, we were saying that ecstasy and energy will rise in direct proportion to your raising your awareness and your consciousness. And yesterday we were on the video yesterday, we spoke about ecstasy was rising in the world because people's consciousness is being raised. And so I'm going to continue with that. And we're totally full. We can be totally, show you how you can be totally full, how you can feel great and radiant and healthy and strong and energetic and totally full of energy every single moment of every day, and how you can feel good all over continually. And I'm going to give you you write that down in your notebook. I want you to write down in a notebook, in a journal, that you are asking Infinite Mind how to be totally full of energy every moment, how to receive health in your life, how to receive ecstasy and exhilaration that never gives out. And the answer that I get from Infinite Mind when I write it down in my journal is that Infinite Mind comes back and tells me that it says your energy is as solid, unchangeable, and immediate now as it will ever be. And then he goes on to say, so solidify your awareness of that fact. And so that's what you that are listening to me now have to do. You have to solidify your awareness of the fact that your energy is solid, unchangeable, and immediate, and that right now, and it can be every day. Okay, and then I was going on to combination number 10. My combinations are those affirmations and those statements of truth that are guaranteed to work if you will go over them every day. And so I said 2 weeks of this type of solid awareness can manifest anything. 2 weeks of this kind of thing. If you'll go over this every day for 2 weeks, these things I'm saying, these combinations, they will manifest anything. They are powerful. They are full of energy. They can manifest anything. So, and then I said combination number 11 is to stay continually aware of the truth of John 10:10, that I, the way, the truth, and the life, have come to give them life and that more abundantly. The purpose of all the universe and the infinite mind and everything he does, and he's all present and he's all powerful, and omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience. The whole purpose of it all is to give you abundant, radiant health and to give you abundant prosperity in your life. And so remember that. And remember that. And remember John 7:38. Out of your innermost being will flow rivers of living water. Rivers of living water. That means that is immortal water. That's the water that we've been talking about here on this program all the time. Ecstasy, exhilaration, energy, prosperity, wealth, all of that is in that water, and that water is immortal, and that immortal water flows out of you. And so therefore we know we are immortal because we got immortal water flowing out of us. And the more that we allow that immortal water to flow out of us, the more convinced and persuaded we are that we are immortal. And so let us let that water flow. And there's a lot of other ones that's, like 15:11 says, these things have I spoken to you, that my joy might remain in you, joy would be full, and peace I leave with you. And Matthew 17:2, where Moses and Elias came back and actually they appeared again and showing that they had never died and they are immortal, and we're talking with Jesus on the mountain and so on. And so that's another proof of immortality. And John 4:8, of course, God is love, and 4:18, the perfect love casts out fear. And so going over these every day and getting them down solid will cause all kinds of exhilaration and energy to begin to flow in your life, because these things are totally infinite and powerful. It is impossible then that there could be or ever can be any less than total and infinite love, and any less than total healing power that is present in every centimeter on this earth. All exhilaration, ecstasy, and energy is present in every centimeter of this earth and all over the universe. Okay. After trillions of years of good and trillions of years of love, what has to be the nature and the amount of good and the solidness of love that is present today? And we need to ask ourselves that. That's a very good question. Write that down. Ask Infinite Mind to tell you. Put that in your journal. And that's what is the nature of love and healing power and all that today, after trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of years of all this good going on. And how strong is it today? How solid is it today? Can you walk upon it? Can you stand upon it? Can you rise up out of your sick bed upon it? And rejoice. Number 12, combination number 12, rejoice. You have to rejoice. That's raising your level of happiness to actually taking the trouble and the time to actually physically and emotionally and mentally raise your level of happiness. Raise your level of happiness with great joy about what you know should be flowing and what you are expecting and desiring to see happen. What am I desiring to see happen? Desiring to get a much bigger home, much nicer cars, and much more money in the bank, much more real estate holdings, stocks and bonds holdings, and all these things, then rejoice. If you want more ecstasy and energy, rejoice and say, I'm rejoicing now that I have ecstasy and energy, and I have exhilaration. And I'm going to rejoice knowing that more and more of it's going to come every day. And every day that you go through this rejoicing exercise is going to compound that and add to and multiply manifold to all of that exhilaration that you have. The exercise of doing it every day is going to add to your consciousness, raise your consciousness, and therefore add to your exhilaration and your ecstasy. And every day will get better and better. So rejoice about what then you know will be flowing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. In the future, what's going to be flowing because you know you're going to do these exercises. And so you know marvelous things are going to happen. So rejoice now about that and put down in your journal what you expect to see happen from that. And begin to rejoice about it and look at it and form the image in your mind of it. There is great power in this type of energy. And there's great power in rejoicing. There's great power in actually getting in the habit of raising. Get up every morning first thing and raise your level of happiness. Get up every morning and raise your level of consciousness. Exercise exhilaration. Exercise energy. Exercise saying, I am full of energy. I am full of exhilaration. I am totally wealthy. I am totally prosperous. I have plenty of money. Lots of money, bags of money, banks full of money, multiple banks full of money. I have it. I own banks and real estate and all that. Exercise that. Exercise that. Exercise. Oh, yes. There is great power in that exercise. And combination number 13, your leadership. If you want more leadership ability and authority and power, your leadership ability will come through recognizing the solid awareness of all these things. This puts all energy in your possession. Power, energy, Your leadership ability will come through recognizing the solidness and truly infinite nature of divine energy and creative power. Because it is vast and inexhaustible, and therefore you're not going to run out of it, and you're never going to get to the end of it, and it's always going to be more there. And so the more we raise our consciousness to it, the more we're going to have. Awareness of this is great power. Every moment contains infinite energy and creative power, and every location in the universe is flooded with love and joy and solid ability. Awareness of all this puts all of this infinite energy in our possession. And we have infinite energy, we'll have infinite creative power. We have infinite creative power, we're going to have infinite wealth and prosperity and infinite health, because we're going to get rid of all the superstitions and doubts and fears, and there's going to be nothing left but health. When you get rid of all energy and superstition and fear, there's not anything left but health and prosperity. Get rid of all of that fear and superstition, and you'll find down underneath that layer of fear and superstition and doubt, there's nothing there except solid health and substance and prosperity and wealth. You know, it's all those things that we've covered ourselves up with through the years that we've been taught. Maybe with good intentions, you've been taught things like that. Good intentions or not, those superstitions have built up, and you got to take the layers of those off. Power, energy, and all substance is yours, and it's just underneath that layer of fear and doubt. And then combination number 14, we rejoice with great joy in all of these things, and that this rejoicing becomes the truth which sets us free. The truth is that if you rejoice about freedom, you'll be free. If you rejoice about good health, you'll have health. If you rejoice in gratitude about all of these things, you'll have all these things. Not waiting or hoping, but immediately right now rejoicing about all of the total good that is to come. Right now, this is the way to reverse aging and get in the literally flowing and truly solid rivers, abundant rivers of fountains of youth. The fountain of youth is found in Revelation 1:8 and 18, where I am the first and the last, the beginning and the end. All of it's there. All of it's there, ready to be received. And I'll get with you on it again tomorrow.